thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now.
What's up, guys, and welcome to FPL Today. I'm the man in the know, JNO, and welcome finally to my team for Gameweek 13 preview, where I go over the transfers that I'm considering making to improve my team and hopefully improve my rank in the FPL game. And sorry it took so long. I've been struggling. I wanted to release this on Monday and I just didn't have a clue what my plans were. But now some light has been shed on the situation, and hopefully this will help you guys as well as myself improve my ranking and get into that top 1 million. But before we get into this video, please do check out Fantasy Football Fix, the sponsors of this channel. It's where I get all my stats for to make my transfer decisions. Here is a quick video from them. Use artificial intelligence and Optastats to build your new squad for the new season. Analyse the highest owned players and most popular starting squad currently entered into the FPL. Upload your squad at fantasyfootballfix.com now to improve your FPL performance. Click the link below or head over to fantasyfootballfix.com to get started. So let's jump straight into the video, and as you can see right now we are currently lined up in a 4-4-2. This is purely because the defenders look like they've got decent fixtures in this one, and I'm not too sure about some of my midfielders. In fact, midfield is where I think my team is currently lacking. In goal at the moment is Nick Pope against Watford away, which I'm happy with for now. And then in defence we've got Lundstrom. I can't really take him out with the goal threat he potentially possesses, and who knows which Man United will turn up. It's just a flip of a coin at this point which Man United actually show up for a game. Söyüncü, Trent and Rico make up the rest of the defence against Brighton, Hove Albion, Crystal Palace and Wolves. Rico has some attacking threat. Trent, of course, is a chance creation machine. And then Söyüncü is part of a Leicester City defence that look very capable of getting clean sheets. Then we have the midfield. At the moment it's got De Bruyne, Mane, Sterling and Barnes. Man City players, of course, have Chelsea at home. Barnes has Brighton Hove Albion away, and Mane has Crystal Palace away. Currently the captaincy armband is on Mane, but it could go to Vardy. I just fancy Liverpool against Palace. Brighton Hove Albion have shown they have turned up to play some football this season, so I think I'm going with Liverpool's Mane at the moment. De Bruyne and Sterling, Barnes and Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's on my bench, I'm not too sure of. Mane's really the only midfielder I'm happy with at the moment. And then up front we've got the front two that I am happy with. Abraham against Man City away, not expecting much from him in this game, but there could be goals in this one. And Jamie Vardy, Brighton Hove Albion away, hopeful for some returns from him. Just not more than Sadio Mane, of course, because I think Jamie Vardy will be a heavily captained option. As for the bench, we've got Button, of course, still sitting there, still not getting into the starting 11. But we've got Connolly as the first sub against Leicester City at home. Then Hudson-Odoi and Tomori against Man City away as the second two. Hudson-Odoi may get some game time. The fixtures are going to start coming thick and fast, but it looks like Pulisic is the favoured option. Tomori, I just don't think there's a clean sheet there for Chelsea. And Connolly, he could pop up with something, but I did bring him in to be a bench option, so that is why he remains on the bench. So going into Game Week 13, my plan was always to bring in Mohamed Salah and double up on Mane and Salah, hopefully reap the awards of plenty of goals for Liverpool as they go into a fixture list with Crystal Palace, Brighton Hove Albion, Everton, Bournemouth and Watford. Yes, they blank in Game Week 18, but I was hopeful that we could get some nice returns in these fixtures that look favourable for a side of Liverpool's quality. There's a couple of issues though, however. One, it looks like Mohamed Salah may not start against Crystal Palace, as it has been rumoured he's got an ankle injury, and Sky Sports have reported on Twitter that he won't be starting in that game. Also, in the last 6 game weeks, he actually hasn't looked much better than other midfielders at 12.3 million, with 22 points, 2 goals, no assists, 23 shots on goal with 17 inside the box, 12 on target, 4 big chances, 2 of which he's scored, and 5 chances created, 3 of which resulted in a shot on target. Now, that by itself looks decent. However, the issue is, 1, the injury, 2, that doesn't look much better than some other players I have been looking at to beef up my midfield. And if I'm going to change Sterling, I could quite easily downgrade to someone and upgrade lots of other positions because of the money that I've saved. So 2 players I'm considering. 1 is off current form, but with the recent news of Pochettino being sacked by Tottenham Hotspurs and Mourinho coming in, I have looked at the Spurs options. Potentially there's the chance of an upturn in form with the new manager coming in as players try to prove themselves to him or prove themselves in the transfer window that is coming up in January. With 23 points in the last 6 game weeks, Heung Min Son at 9.6 million has always been my favoured way into the Spurs side, looking like the type of player that is going to play his socks off no matter who the manager is. 1 goal, 3 assists, 15 shots on goal with 10 inside the box. He's had 5 shots on target, 2 big chances which he scored 1 of, and 6 chances created with 3 of them resulting in shots on target. Son would be a bit of a punt, but would be a 3 million downgrade on Raheem Sterling, which would give me money to improve the likes of Hudson-Odoi and Harvey Barnes. The other 2 midfielders I'm looking at are Dwight McNeil at 6 million and Jack Grealish at 5.9. I've made it quite clear I've been a fan of these two for a couple of game weeks now and have wanted to bring him in. McNeil would be a bit of a punt for maybe 2 game weeks, as Burnley do have Watford and Crystal Palace. It is then Man City and Tottenham in the next 2 game weeks after that though, which I'd imagine I'd have to bench McNeil in. But then it is Newcastle Bournemouth after that, with 25 points, 1 goal, 2 assists, 7 shots on goal with 2 from inside the box, 3 shots on target, no big chances and no big chances scored. But he does create chances, 9 chances created with 4 on target. Then we have Jack Grealish at 5.9 million. Again, the fixtures aren't great at certain points in the fixture list over Christmas for Aston Villa, but they are an attacking side. They do have Newcastle next at home, but then it is Man United, Chelsea and Leicester, which isn't the greatest, with Sheffield United after that, again a hard side to go against, and then Southampton. But 23 points, 2 goals, 1 assist, 11 shots on goal with 5 from inside the box, 6 on target, 2 big chances, which he scored both of, and 11 chances created with 7 resulting in shots on target. I imagine Grealish is still capable of getting points, and I am eager to bring him into my side at some point. And just as a caveat before I finish this video, Tomori is a player I'm looking to get rid of. I don't really want to triple up on any team massively. Liverpool would have been the exception, but with Robertson also potentially having an ankle injury and not playing in the Palace game, I don't want to bring in Robertson. Don't like really doubling up on defence, and Salah doesn't look like an option straight away. Daryl Janmaat is someone I have considered to come in for Tomori if I'm going to bring Pulisic in the future, because Watford do look like they've improved their defence. They've got Burnley and Southampton next. It is Leicester after that, but then it's Crystal Palace, then it's Liverpool, then it's Man United. But I think I've got enough defenders where I can rotate around those fixtures. He would save me enough money to change Sterling to Mohamed Salah. It would then just be an issue of how would I get some of these other midfielders in. De Bruyne would be the easiest way to do that, and do I want no Man City coverage? That seems a bit risky. But that is my current thinking. If you want to know my final team, do follow me on Twitter. I am off this weekend, so hopefully Twitter will be up to date. I'll be able to give you my thoughts as the fixtures go. And hopefully it will be another rise in rank into that top 1 million. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed it, please do subscribe and hit that like button, as well as that notification bell so you're informed when my videos go live. Also check out the various links in the description down below. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.